Are you a brick and mortar business owner that has put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up and serves your clients really well, only to be frustrated that you're the best kept secret in town? If you're not hearing your new clients say, "I found you on Google," then you are in the right place. Welcome. My name is Melissa Rose. I'm a mom, a brick and mortar business owner, and your straight shooting visibility coach. I've cracked the SEO code to becoming the top choice on Google in my industry. And now I'm sharing the secrets on this podcast. Get ready for stories, fail-proof strategies, and practical tips to elevate your brick and mortar presence to the top choice on Google. Let's get real, because we're going to make your business the only option in town. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. Today is a nice, rainy, dreary day, and I am excited because I woke up to my morning routine, which I absolutely love, and put on a podcast. And it was my friend Nikki Rausch, and she had a great podcast on capturing juicy Google reviews. But the best part, you guys, was that she referred the podcast that I was on her podcast. So here's the deal. Today's kind of a puzzle in the fact that if you are brand new to the Brick and Mortar Visibility podcast, welcome. I am going to refer you to an episode that I was on Nikki Rausch's podcast, because this is a great foundational episode where I share what I do and walk you through some things. And if you have been around the podcast for a while, I'm going to refer you to the other podcast of Nikki Rausch's, where she gives some great tips on getting juicy Google reviews. And if you want a visual of that, I have that in the show notes as well. So we have a couple referred podcasts to listen to. They're all linked up here in the show notes. But I am going to take it a step further. So we are going to get that Google review that's super juicy and good, and we are going to really optimize it. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. All right? So before we dive in, welcome. And if you are brand new, you need to make sure you are grabbing your latest social post from this past week, or maybe one coming up that's evergreen or something that you want to brag about, and bring it over to your Google Business Profile. If you don't know what I mean by that, you're going to go grab my Google Business Profile workshop. It's about 35 minutes long. The joke is you can speed me up and I sound super duper smart. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do to optimize that Google Business Profile. Here's the deal. It only takes you about 35 minutes to watch the workshop. It will take you about an hour and a half to 3 hours, okay? Hour and a half to 3 hours to do it, to execute it, to optimize it, to make it look really good. And I want you to make it look really good, because once it's done, you guys, it is basically done. It is not like social media where you are on the hamster wheel all the time, creating content, getting it out there, tracking what works, blah, 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 keeping up with the trends, only to get followers. With SEO, we get buyers, and that is why I love it. I love it so much, because you guys, I do help clients with their social media. It is not my favorite thing to do, because it is constant. It is constant changing, and what's working last month doesn't necessarily work the next month, and it's very frustrating. And as somebody who I do like it. That's why I do it. But I get frustrated with it because it's always changing. It's ever changing, which is exciting. But SEO is just constant, steady. It's like your steady boyfriend, just somebody calm and steady. Us entrepreneurs, we're a little crazy, right? We're a crazy bunch. We get excited. We get excited about new things, and we try new things, and we like new things. And SEO is just this calm, steady thing in the background that's there to pick you up, right? To pick you up, keep pushing you out to the people who really want you, right? And that's why I love it, because it's a very simple system. And once you implement it in your business, and I'm a dance studio, so I almost said studio, but once you implement in your business, brick and mortar business, or virtual business, and you are consistent with it, it is so awesome, because it works for you. It's like compound interest on your retirement or your savings account. It is lovely. Just leave it alone. Do the work, do the groundwork, leave it alone and let it go. So if you haven't been sold yet, grab that free workshop. It's free and take it, do the work. If you need help though, like I am that entrepreneur who tries all the things, who loves downloading stuff, who loves getting stuff from people, but implementing it is another story. Okay, so if you need help with that, I'm happy to help you with a VIP day or a strategy session. There's different ways to work with me there. And you can go to brickandmortarvisibility.com and click the Work With Me tab. I also have some tools there of my favorite resources that I use in my business that I highly recommend. And of course, the podcast here is free as well. So I love my brick and mortar business owners, especially. I love business owners, but my brick and mortar business owners, you guys, oh my gosh, I have such passion and a heart for you because there is nothing like taking out a storefront, taking a shingle and hanging your name on it and saying, I'm open for business, and trusting that God's going to provide for you and that you have a kick-ass service and you have a great team and you have systems in place to provide not only to make a living with your storefront, but to provide well for your family and then give back to your community even more. It is such a big deal, and my hat's off to you if that is you. And if you are a virtual business, hats off to you because you are doing it as well. So let's make sure you are found first, all right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so Nikki Rausch, I was on her podcast a while ago talking all about the Google Business Profile. Then she just did a podcast, literally launched today at August 5th, and she talked about getting those juicy reviews because she took what I said on her podcast and was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. And she broke it down into 3 ways she was getting Google reviews. Rather than reiterate what she said, because she said it beautifully, I created a graphic for you if you are a visual person. And I literally, and I've talked about this a lot, about creating a template for your people to get those juicy words. So I did this today because we just finished a session in our studio where we did a bunch of camps and summer classes. And I did a survey. So I did a short survey, and at the bottom, I did a template. If you haven't left us a Google review, why not? And I put the template of what I wanted them to do. Why did you choose to take classes? And I left it blank. What did you love, enjoy, look forward to in blank? And what made you really excited about coming back each week? Blank. And, gave them some things to just get the wheels started and turning. And I got a review within 30 minutes of sending out that review. I did include a GIF with that, and Nikki talks about that on her podcast too. So click that link as well as you do that as the other one here. So you have basically 3 episodes in one today, okay? All right, now what I want to do is after you've gotten those really good, juicy reviews, let's assume you don't. You can take those reviews and put them everywhere. Okay, they are public now, and you can use them everywhere. Sales page, landing page on any of your offerings. For example, we have our year classes, we have one-off classes, we have master classes. On every single page, we have reviews. And that's great, and I want you to do that. And you have it on your sales page or your email signature. Awesome. But here's the deal, and this is a mistake that I made, and here's 2 ways to think about it, okay? I have excellent SEO. Excellent. You Google dance studios in the Twin Cities, I come up first. Not just in my little dinky town of Hudson, Wisconsin. In the Twin Cities, I come up top, okay? I'm a top-rated dance studio in my industry in the Twin Cities area. We dominate adult classes. We get people coming from 30, 40 miles away for adult dance classes. And that is all well and good. So I preface that because if you don't have great SEO, you're going to want to take these Google reviews and apply them this way on your website. The first way, I want you to implement these Google reviews on your website, okay? So if you're doing it on your email signature, you can literally do a screenshot or you can type it out. But on your website, I want you to cut, copy, paste that Google review. The reason for that is because you are using the website software platform. And those that is going to be picking up the keywords from Google. Okay, it's going to be crawling the analytics, all the back end typing stuff. I can't get the words out right now. It's going to get all that information so that Google can see that. Now, if you are just implementing a picture or a screenshot, you can get fancy and create some alt text there or geotag that photo. However, this is the easiest way to do this. Just cut, copy, paste it because it's going to have those juicy keywords in it. Then what I would do to add some bonus to that Google review is make sure you put, let's say it's Melissa Rose leaving the review, Melissa R, and then put the service I received and where I am from. Because all of that is information that Google crawls. So if I am Melissa Rose or Melissa R, ballet participant from Hudson, Wisconsin, or I could say from Afton, Minnesota, or from Stillwater, Minnesota. Okay, whatever it is, so that those keywords are being picked up. So when people look for ballet classes near me and they're from Stillwater, Minnesota, I potentially come up because I have Stillwater, Minnesota ballet all on the same page. So that's what I would do if I am starting out and trying to get my SEO working for me. All right. Now let's say you're further along and you have great SEO. Well, then you can take those screenshots and make them look more official. All right. That's the thing. When you're doing cut, copy, paste with the words, people might be like, wait a minute, did they just make that up? Okay. You should never do that. You should never do that. But when you have a screenshot, it does look more official. It looks like, okay, that's a real person. That's the Google reviews with the stars, all the things. But it's not going to be picked up by Google as easily as if you would type out the words of the Google review. All right. So as you are growing your SEO or getting stronger and showing up higher, start implementing those screenshots of the Google reviews, as well as typing them out so that Google is doing the great work for you because you have put out great work. You're getting those Google reviews. So let's make sure you're found. Okay, so those are 2 tips to help optimize those Google reviews and make sure they're going further. All right, and the biggest takeaway I want you to get is that you put the service and the area of that Google review. Okay, because they may not have said it in their Google review, but you can add it at their name, at the end of their name, and that's just to help Google find you. All right, when people are looking for you from those areas. Okay, I hope that's helpful. I want it to be helpful. It should be helpful. It should be like, oh my gosh, what an easy cheat. It's a little cheat way to get that SEO working for you even more. All right. Be sure to listen to Nikki's short podcast today on getting those Google reviews. Again, if you need a visual or you're like me, gosh, it'd be nice just to see this and laid out, grab that. I have a shareable Canva link here that you can just see. And then if you are brand new to the podcast and don't want to scroll all the way back and listen to every little one, I just give a great overview on Nikki's podcast, all about the Google Business Profile and why it is so important for business owners. All right, y'all? Okay, thank you so much for listening. If you have been around a while and are enjoying the podcast, have you left a podcast review? And if not, why not? Please do. I would love to shout you out on the podcast. So go to your favorite platform that you're listening on and make sure you leave a review. If you are on Apple, they mean a little bit more. So go ahead and leave that iTunes review and I will shout you out on the next podcast. All right, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.